Hello again. Right, we're back on the Petter A1 rebuild. Plan for today, take this magneto off, take all these end cases off. I'll show you how all the gears are timed up, so everything, when we come back to rebuild, everything's for the valves and running the engine is correct. We'll also take the case plate off this side, if I can get my words out. And then we're ready for taking the crankshaft out. Once the crankshaft's out, we're pretty much down to a bare case. We can then inspect everything, make sure there's no cracks, give it a good clean up, degrease everything, and we're ready for painting up and a slow, steady rebuild. And we'll go through it step by step, showing you what I've done and how things work to the best of my knowledge. It's the first time I've done one of these, but we've got a manual, bit of mechanical knowledge, so I'm sure between the two of them and a few spanners, we'll get things sorted and we'll have a good up and running engine. Magneto first. Two little bolts on this side. I've already got one slackened off here. Somebody's gone to town with a hematite sealant for some reason. Proper gasket would be the way to go. There we go. And there, if you can see, they're the governors. So as faster the engine goes, they spin out. That little pin, you see a little pin there, that pushes in and out, and that's what operates the governor here, and what slows or speeds up the engine. While on this side, we'll have this side cover off. A lot of other nuts and bolts have been taken out of this, because this is where the flywheel sits here, and then there's a fan case or a fan cowling goes around the flywheel just to adjust with the cooling of the engine. There's the last three bolts in there. We're going to give it a tease. Oh, that goes nice. There we go. Little oil seal in there. Nice and smooth. Very little wear, which is lovely, what we want to see. That's allowed access into the casing here. Bring the camera around and show you the inside of that. So now that casing's off, you can see this is the shaft that it was sat on. Lovely and smooth. Feel no gouges, marks, anything drastic in there. And you can just pop that pin out of there, slide that off the spring, and that's the governor components taken off there. Okay, we'll start with taking this cover off here. Big slotted screw there. We've got a big screwdriver. Put that out. Gentle tap. There we go. Grab that washer before we lose it. There we go. Might treat it to a new bearing on there while I've got it in bits. So it looks like it's had a new bearing at some point. That's had some bruising done to it. Oil seal in there. We'll get a new one of them. That's had a proper if you can make that out. It's got a proper belting on there at some point. So what we'll do, we'll get the oil seal out and we'll see if we can smarten that up a bit, get it looking a bit more as it would be rather than abused. Next we'll have this cover off. Okay, now we'll take all these nuts and bolts out of here. There we go. Alright, so that's interesting. That one is just a pin. Wasn't aware of that. So that's in the very bottom in the middle. Looks like potentially along with this one, yeah, the locating pin. It's handy to know. Already falling off, look. There we go. Inside, no rust. And you see inside there, that's the governor what I showed you earlier. A little pin pops in and out. So for the timing, on the end of the crankshaft, there's a pop mark there. Just see the end of my screwdriver. And as I rotate it further around, you can see there's a pop mark there and a pop mark there on 2 teeth. And for it to be timed up, the pop mark on this wheel, on the crankshaft, just there, that has to sit between those 2 pop marks, and then the engine is timed up from a gearing point of view. If you can make out, see the pop mark. Get my screwdriver. So now it's further around, you can see pop mark there, and those 2 on the camshaft gear, and them 3 form a little triangle, and that's how you know the gears are timed up.